Hello, 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 hello. You guys come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. I like to say I'm not going to be before you long. So, my goal is 30 minutes or less with this particular live. So, you guys, as you see this pop up on your screen, make sure that you come on in, say hi, hello, hey, share it out because I'm going to share some powerful information about how to leverage social media to sign clients. So, if there are people that are following you on whichever platform, so whether or not you're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, and you have people who are connected with you and to you and they're entrepreneurs, I'm going to ask you to share this out. I'm going to ask you to interact and engage with this live because I want them to get this information as well. As I noted, make sure that you do have something to write with because just like yesterday's live, if you missed yesterday's live, I'm going to strongly encourage you to go back and watch that. Today's live, I'm going to focus specifically on social media. And so I want you guys to pay attention to what it is that I'm doing. The content for my content period comes from questions. So people are asking me questions. So now I'm using the questions that they're asking to go back and create my content. So the same thing, this live birthed out of conversations and questions that people were asking me yesterday. Well, Bev, how do you specifically use social media? So I'm going to tell you. So, hey, April, you guys come on in, come on in, come on in. Those of you that are new to my space, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Beverly Walthour. I am a business strategist specifically for established Christian female coaches who desire to accelerate their income and their impact without compromising their Christian values. I see you, Angela. I see you, Shalonda. You guys come on in. And so those of you that are catching us on the replay, type in hashtag replay, leave your questions, your comments, all that awesome stuff. And I will go back and I will respond to you as well. Amy, I see you here. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So you guys, the first thing I want to do is address the post that I did, I guess about an hour ago. I don't know. I was coming back from lunch and put the post about the Instagram Reels. So let me start with that because it is in the vein of social media. So let me start with that because people were in my inbox like, Bev, how are you doing that? And you guys know how I am. There's enough for everybody to go around, so I'm not hoarding any information. And so, both Facebook and Instagram has the ability for you to monetize on your Reels. So those of you, if you are leveraging that feature, think about it. Hey, Deisha, think about it in the sense of, okay, they're going to pay you to put content out there. And that's how you want to think about it. And so for Instagram, I got an invitation from Instagram. So I don't know, whoever it is, I don't know. But I did. One day I logged into my Instagram app on my phone. And so it said, hey, you are eligible for Instagram bonus pay. Do you want to sign up? Why would I not sign up for Facebook to pay me to do Reels? Because I was doing Reels anyway. And so you do have to go through a process where you have to fill out like your business information, name, EIN, all of that stuff like that. Which account do you want them to send the money? And then what will happen is they'll let you know how much money you're eligible for. And so once they let you know and once you are approved, then the Reels that you post, all the Reels that you post from that point forward, there's a certain time span. So from that point forward, all of your Reels are eligible and it's based on the number of views. And the earlier the views you have, the better. So that type of thing. So that was my first time, my first little payout. And I was so happy. I'm like, well, look at this right here. Once again, to do something that I was already doing. I am not the queen when it comes to Reels and stuff like that. Like, there are people that are literally making thousands of dollars from their Instagram Reels. But I want to show you guys, because you guys know I'm very transparent. I want to show you guys what it is that I'm doing and how I'm doing it. And you can do it as well. And so, those of you, if you do leverage Instagram, once again, right now they're really pushing short form video. I'm sorry. And so that's what that is. So, they're trying to compete. I'm not going to lie. Facebook and Instagram, they're trying to compete with the other, short form video platform. I'm not going to say their name because they might kick me up. I don't know. So they're trying to compete with that. And so that's how I ended up with that. And so if you actually scroll through the contents, one of the young ladies on there, she was like, hey, she's gotten her third payout from them. But like I said, there are people who are they're making thousands of dollars just by posting the Reels that they were already posting anyway. So that's a powerful feature. On Facebook, in order for you to do the Facebook, because Facebook has it too, but you have to apply for them. So once again, when I logged into Instagram, I had an invitation. For Facebook, you have to apply to be eligible for those. And so I'm in the Meta Elevate Facebook group. That's the only reason why I know I'm in the Meta Facebook a Meta Elevate Facebook group. And so that's how come I knew about that. I haven't applied for that on Facebook. I don't know. But I haven't applied for the one on Facebook, but Facebook does offer it as well. So you guys, I wanted to share that. So that's where all of that came from. Like I said, I am not the expert. I am not the guru or anything when it comes to that. I just use it to be able to leverage because it's a social media platform. I'm on it anyway. I was using Reels anyway. I'm telling you guys now, if you are on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, the other one, right now they are all pushing short form video. And so if you haven't been using it and leveraging it, please know, because this is another thing too I want to share with you guys when it comes to Reels. You do not have to sing and dance. Please eliminate that out of your thought part. Well, I'm not going to get on there because I don't want to sing and dance. You don't have to. You do not have to. Literally, you can create those short form videos. And I'm going to go into more detail because once again, I'm going to talk about each individual platform. Like I'm going to break down each individual platform. But literally, you can have those short form videos as mini tutorials. And so that's what I talk to my clients about. So when I say short form video, those are those like 1 minute videos, 30-second videos. So you still say like it's not a full blown live. Where on a live, you can go live for 30 minutes, for an hour, 5 hours if you want to. But short form videos, those are those shorter form content videos, a minute or less. If you can get it in there. Some platforms allow, I think TikTok now allows for you to do like 10 minutes or something like that. But you see what I'm saying? And so that's what we mean when we do that. And so, yeah, I'm telling you, you don't have to sing and dance on those. I mean, but if it is a part of your personality and you do want to sing it, then go for it as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, allow for it to show your personality. But for a lot of these, I'm telling you, you can literally just use that for behind the scenes. But anyway, I'm going to go into more detail about what that can look like a little bit later on in the live. You guys, I'm telling you, please have something to write with this, because I'm going to break down each platform and give you tips and strategies that you can leverage for that. Okay, so I wanted to start this live off to talk about that because, like I said, first of all, I didn't know that post was gonna blow up the way that it did, but I just wanted to explain to you guys because people were in my inbox. They're like, "Ben, what'd you do? How did you do that, Ben?" So I said, well, let me just tell everybody at the same time. So that way I don't have to keep explaining it. But that's how it happened for me. And like I said, but I am no expert when it comes to monetizing the Reels on Facebook or Instagram. There are people out there that do it way better than I do, and they teach on it. I don't teach on it, but I'm just sharing with you my experience. And so for me, once again, they'll give you a time frame of when your video or your Reels are eligible for monetization. And so now mine just started over again. So now, my Reels, they're starting over again. I haven't posted a new Reel, I think maybe one. But that's something where that's how they're encouraging you right now to post that content. So definitely if you're on Instagram, be on the lookout. If you're not leveraging Reels, once again, leverage those Reels. And we'll talk about some specific things you can do for short form video. But, if the platforms are pushing them right now, ride the wave, but don't make it hard. Some of you guys are overcomplicating things and it doesn't have to be hard. Okay. So that was the first part that I wanted to kick off with. That was once again how I was able to do that Reels bonus payout, and once again the screenshot. And so, like I said, I received my first payout today from Facebook. So I mean, I spend enough time on this platform anyway. Start paying me, that type of thing. Okay. So now let's go ahead and dive on into the topic of today's conversation: how you can leverage social media to sign more coaching clients. And you guys, this is the thing. Y'all know me. I'm going to break it down. If you are using social media, which evidently you are because you're watching this live, whether or not you're listening to me on the live or watching the replay. And you guys, once again, I strongly encourage you, if you have other entrepreneurs that are attached to you, that are friends with you and following you, I do ask that you share this out because I want them to get this information of how to leverage social media to sign clients. And so, if you're already leveraging social media anyway, I want you to start being more strategic on how you're leveraging it. And so for me, I work with established Christian female coaches, so I don't have to convince them to use social media. I don't have to, to talk to them about the fact that social media is not the devil and all that stuff like that. My clients, they already know, and they're already utilizing social media. They want to know how to be more effective in leveraging their social media. Because you guys, I'm telling you, you can literally use social media to sell your $5,000, $10,000, $100,000 coaching services. Period. You can use it for that. And so my question is, how are you leveraging social media to sign clients. And so one of the key things I want you to keep at the root of everything that we're going to talk about is you have to be really careful when it comes to just signing clients, period. But we're not looking at clients as dollar signs. Like, I'm speaking specifically now to my believers in business. We know that the people that we're serving, they're God's children. So we're looking at it from that perspective. We're not looking at them and seeing them as dollar signs. So first, I want to make sure that we have that clear. And so social media allows for you to powerfully connect with people. Hey, Tanisha, it allows for you to powerfully connect with people literally across the globe. And so this is the thing. We have international businesses now. You are a global entrepreneur. You're a global business owner. And so the thing is, how are you leveraging this? One of the things, when I think back to, was it a year or so ago when the Madam C.J. Walker special came out? I think it was on Netflix or something like that. And was it Madam C.J. Walker? Was that her? The first millionaire, African-American female millionaire. And the thing that really stood out to me with her was the fact that she was able to build $1 million business. She was able to recruit the women all without social media. I want you to think about that. That was one of the things that I pulled away. I did a whole live on that particular special. But I want you to just let that sink in. If she was able to create and become the first millionaire without social media, how much more can we do with the power of social media? So I want us to shift our thinking when it comes to how we're leveraging our social media. Once again, use what's in your hands. So if you have this in your hand, literally, some of you guys literally have it in your hand with your phone. So how are you leveraging this thing? How are you, using social media to build relationships with people? How are you doing that? How are you connecting with people? That's the first question that I want you to think about when it comes to you actually signing clients. You want to ask yourself, how can I connect with these individuals on a human basis, at a human level? How do I do that connection? How can I leverage my social media to do that? Because that's going to be key in being able to really and truly build those relationships with people that you desire to sign on as your clients. So ask yourself, how can I leverage these platforms to do that? And key to that when it comes to relationship building is showing that human to human connection. And I always tell my clients, only put out on social media what you are okay with being online forever and ever and ever. If you're not okay and comfortable with people seeing your relationship, don't put it out there. If you're not comfortable with people seeing your kids, don't put it out there. You don't have to. And anyone who tells you that you do, I have an issue with that. You only put out there what you're comfortable sharing and knowing that it's going to be out there, or it could possibly be out there forever and ever. But you want to think about that content that you can put out there that allows for you to connect with people human to human. And so sometimes we forget that. So whether or not it's your love of ice cream that you want to share, whether or not it's your love of cats versus dogs, whether or not you like to knit, share those things. Because the thing is, you're more than just an entrepreneur. And so my thing is, share the things that you love because it allows for you to connect with your audience. So don't be afraid to share that. For so many of us, we have it feels like a wall or a mask up where we feel like things have to look a certain way, or it has to be a certain way, or they're not going to take us seriously with what it is that we do as entrepreneurs. And you guys, I'm telling you, that is far from the truth. So you want to even ask yourself, what are some things that I can put out there to connect with my audience on a human to human level? And it doesn't have to be related to what it is that you do as a coach. It does not have to be related. You see what I'm saying? So if you haven't been putting out that type of content, I want you to seriously sit down and consider it. Most of us have our phones on us 24/7. Most of us do. So think about, because this is one thing, even when I'm out and about, I always have on both hats when I'm out and about. And so once again, it could be, hey, I ran across, and I'm making this up, hey, I'm at the farmer's market. Hey, I'm out here picking strawberries. Do I want to share that with the people who are connected with me? You see what I'm saying? Like, I want you to think about how you can share that information. If there's something special that you love, something that you hate, so all of that, how can you share it with the people who are connected with you? I want us to shift our thinking. It is not about, hear me when I say this part, it's not about putting all your business out there, because I already shared that part of it. You don't have to put all your business out there. But what you do want to ask yourself is, how can I show pieces of who I am? For instance, I just see Lanita popped up here. Thank you, Lanita. And I know one thing that Lanita does, she shares pictures of her nieces and nephews, right? So you guys, once again, share those pieces and those parts of you. But once again, the things that you're comfortable with, being out there on the World Wide Web forever and ever. So that's going to be one of the first things that I want to talk about. I want to lay that foundation first. Because I don't want to make the assumption that we know this. But like I said, share those things. Okay? That's the first part. Okay, now let's dive on into the conversation. Okay. So the first thing I need you guys to make sure, if you're looking to sign clients, what I just laid, that foundation, that relationship building, that's going to help you sign clients as well. But the first thing I want you to pay attention to is you need to learn the platform that your ideal clients are on. Hey, Ophelia, I want you to learn the platforms that your ideal clients are on. What do I mean by learn the platform? This is the part, it irks me so bad. And I'm going to step on some toes on this one. And y'all know I love y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. But when I say learn the platform, I like to actually use the phrase respect the platform. I literally roll my eyes. So if you've been doing this, just know if I see your post, I'm rolling my eyes. I literally roll my eyes when I see a Facebook post and it has 30 hashtags on it. I'm going to tell you why that burns my goat. One, all you're doing, whatever platform you're using to schedule your post, you're just putting the same content in there, clicking the button for it to post on all of your social media platforms. You guys, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. When I say learn the platform or respect the platform, that means you're going to have to tweak. Those of you that use those platforms to help you schedule your content, because there's nothing wrong with it, but you need to ensure that you tweak the content a bit to fit the platform. For instance, there is no reason for you to have 30 hashtags on Facebook. Facebook doesn't even leverage hashtags the way that Instagram does. This is what I mean when I say learn the platform. So those of you, if that's you doing that, and I have read your post, I'm telling you, I'm over there shaking my head like, why is she doing that? That is not how you do this. So when I say learn the platform, this is what I'm talking about. You guys, I told you, bring your paper and pencil. So for instance, let's start with the first platform, Facebook. Start with Facebook, okay? So once again, remember I said learn the platform that your ideal client is on. You need to ensure, and you can always pull this information. There are sites that will let you know who's using the platforms. So for instance, for Facebook, they have an older population on Facebook. Let's just say that, ask a millennial. If you don't believe me, ask a millennial who's on Facebook, and they're going to tell you old people. Now, whatever the definition of old people is older than them. But think about it. For a lot of us, when Facebook came out with 2009 or whatever it was, 2008 or whenever it was, you see what I'm saying? So once again, if your ideal client is hanging out on Facebook, it's usually going to be an older crowd. And so you want to look at how they're leveraging and how they're using Facebook. So for one thing that I mentioned, Facebook they're starting to use hashtags more. But once again, hashtags is a search feature. So people type in, a hashtag to find something. That's not the case. That's not usually how people use Facebook. So that's what I mean when I say respect the platform. Facebook is not hashtag friendly like a place like Instagram. So this is what I mean when I say respect the platform. So a platform like Facebook, once again, I'm not going to leverage it the same way that I do Instagram. Instagram is a little bit more visual. And so over there, your feed may look a little different from your Facebook feed here on Facebook. Over there on LinkedIn, they encourage you to use no more than 3 hashtags. And then over there on IG, even when you are using hashtags are to be used. You want to use hashtags that your ideal clients will search out. And some of you guys have the most random hashtags. You might have hashtag lotion. Like, so is your ideal client typing in hashtag lotion? Like, what are we doing? So you have to get into the heads of your ideal client. This is what I mean when I say learn the platform that they're on. Learn the platform that they are on. Okay. So once again, like I said, something like Facebook, learn that platform. Instagram, I mentioned Instagram. TikTok is growing now. And so a lot of times people are like, well, TikTok is only for young people. That's not true. The demographic of TikTok is changing. Because think about it. All of us, we have been over there on TikTok. Don't lie. You've been over there just mindlessly scrolling, through the For You page, and so if you're leveraging TikTok is a powerful tool. Now, does it mean that everybody's ideal client is over there? No. But once again, if you're going to be over there on the platform of TikTok, once again, you should know, one, that they're changing how it's used. So once again, they're now pushing more of TikTok to be like a search engine. So they want it to be SEO friendly. So there are things that you want to make sure that you have in your bio. And then now they're not leaning so much on the hashtags, and they're leaning more on the caption. So this is what I mean when I say learn the platform. So if you're going to be on the platform, you need to take the time to learn that platform. That's why for a lot of you guys, I don't encourage you to be on all of these different platforms, because it's going to be a lot for you to learn. It's going to be a lot for you to learn. So you want to start on the ones where your ideal clients are hanging out, learn that platform, and then, hey, yeah, you can expand from there. My silly self, when I came into the online space, I got on every last platform. And I'm tired. I'm tired. And so you guys, once again, so like I said, you want to learn the platform, but because I am on all the platforms, I keep abreast of what's going on. So it's the same thing. This is a part, just like your job. If you took the time to learn the different things about your job, so whether or not it was on the job training, whether or not it was you going to school, professional development, or what, you made it your priority to learn what you needed to learn about that job. This is the same thing, but now this is your business. So you need to learn when it comes to your business. I forgot to tell you guys, toe stepper. I'm sorry. Toe stepper. So just like you take the time and you took the time to learn what you need to learn about your career, you need to do the same thing when it comes to your business. And so this is one of the things that we're going to talk about in the 30-day challenge. We're going to talk about this stuff here because the challenge is all about sales. So I have to ensure that they know when it comes to the different platforms, how to leverage these different platforms. So if you're joining us in the 30-day September sales challenge, once again, you can get in now. Today is the last day for the early bird of only $97. At 11:59 p.m., that early bird price goes away and it goes up to the regular price of $197. So whether or not your September revenue goal is $5,000, $15,000, $50,000, or $100,000, I'm going to encourage you to join us in the challenge, right? So like I said, you want to make sure that you learn that platform that your ideal clients are hanging out on. Okay? And so a part of that as well, when it comes to the platform, let's break it down. So like I said, I broke down Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. The way LinkedIn is set up now, it is changing because LinkedIn, think about it. When LinkedIn came out, a lot of us, we were using it strictly for, hey, connecting with our colleagues and being able to use that for jobs, right? Think about it. But now as entrepreneurs, as business owners, we're now going to use that platform a little bit differently. And so now with LinkedIn, it is a powerful space. So you want to think for yourself, when it comes to LinkedIn, are my ideal clients on that platform? And if they are, how are they leveraging that platform so that you can insert yourself, so that you can cause them to stop the scroll when they're on that platform scrolling? LinkedIn is not as popular on the weekends because think about, once again, people usually use that for business. And so it's not as popular on the weekends. This is what I mean when I say learn the platforms. Is this making sense, you guys? Let me know in the chat. Is this making sense? Remember, I told you guys, bring something to write with. So this is what I mean when I say respect the platform. So once again, with the challenge, we're going to make sure we're going to look at these different platforms. And then we're going to also do some, there's going to be a strategy that we use, those people that join the challenge. There's going to be a strategy that we're going to use over the 30 days, over that month of September, to help you with your engagement on your social media pages. So once again, I just gave that breakdown of each of the social media platforms, each of the popular ones right now. Another thing, when it comes to your social media, those platforms that allow for you to have a banner. So Facebook, LinkedIn. Those of you, if you're on Twitter, Twitter is another platform. Once again, learn the platform. If your people are over there, Twitter, that platform is different. The life of a tweet is very short, and people usually use Twitter for information. Ask me how I know all this stuff about all these platforms. I already told you. When I came in here, I got on every last one of them. About killed the sister girl over here. And so once again, those platforms that allow for you to have a banner, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, how are you leveraging that banner? Think about that banner as a business card. Think about your banner as a business card. What are people, when they land on your social media page and they see your banner, what is it saying about your business? For some of you guys, it's saying you don't have one, or they can't tell you have one. I'm just saying. How are you leveraging that banner for your business? And then with Facebook, there is a powerful feature that most people are literally leaving money on the table when it comes to their Facebook banner. And so those of you that are in the challenge, my clients, they already know it. But those of you that are joining us in the challenge, I'm going to also show you that feature when it comes to your Facebook banner. Literally, when I have my clients optimize their Facebook banner, the powerful thing with banners on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, it is a powerful way to generate leads if you know how to leverage your social media banners. It will generate leads for you on autopilot, because once you set your banners, then you're cool. It will literally bring people in on autopilot if you know how to use it. Now, like I said, my clients are already established coaches, so I don't have to convince them to change that blurry banner that they have on Facebook to change it to something more professional. I don't have to convince them of that, because they know and understand. That banner that you have of that bouquet of flowers that your husband sent you 5 years ago. Y'all know I love y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. But leverage that. It's free to use. As far as free, you don't have to pay the money for it. Now, you do have to sow your time and your talent. But how are you using that banner on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter to generate leads for your business? Excellent question. Should you be using your personal page or your business page? Both. And I'm going to tell you why. So this is the thing for Facebook. Facebook's terms of service says do not use your personal page primarily for business. Right? Do not use your personal page primarily for business. And I get it. Because my thing is, remember I talked about earlier when we first started this live, you're more than just your business. So your personal page have a mix of business and personal stuff. So that way you're not violating their terms of service, but have a mix of content, business and personal. Well, babe, I don't want my friends to get tired of seeing my business page. Why would your friends get tired of you doing something that you're walking in your purpose? Why would they get tired of that or tired from that? You out here doing what it is that God has called you to do with your business. I don't understand why your family would get tired of that. I'm confused. Like, do you see this look of confusion on my face? And they can do one or two things. They can hit that unfollow button and they won't ever see your content in their newsfeed again, or they can unfriend you and be like, hey, I'll see you at the family reunion. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Now, for some of you guys, you're like, well, babe, I work for the man, babe. I work for the man, and yeah, I don't want them to know that I have this business. That's understandable, because when I was still working, I was the same way. Now, if that's not an issue, don't use that as an excuse. But if that is truly an issue for you, then you still have your business page. Use your business page. Now, I will say this. Your business page, for a lot of you guys, it does not get the same traction as your personal page. Why is that? Because Facebook is a business and they want you to pay to play. And I do not blame them, because they are a business. And if I'm a business, part of my goal is to make money. And so with your business page, they want you to pay to play. And I get it. So when I say pay to play, that means running the ads. And I completely get it. Those of you, if you don't know how to run ads, don't just click that boost button. Stop it. Stop clicking that boost button. Because Facebook said they're going to put you in front. Don't do that. Don't do that. Remember I said learn the platform. Learn the platform. And then for some of you guys, you may actually need to have a Facebook group to be able to do your business in there. Because a Facebook group is a powerful container. It should be, let me rephrase that. Your Facebook group should be a powerful container filled with your ideal clients. And that is a space, an exclusive community where they can go and you can put your information out there. They get to know who you are, that type of thing. Now, some of you guys are hiding inside your Facebook group, and that's a whole nother topic right there. You hide inside your Facebook group. There's no reason for you not to have content out there on your public page, your personal page, except for you're the reason why you don't put it out there, because you're hiding. That's a whole different story. That's a whole different story. But once again, how are you leveraging those banners? Once again, your banners should generate leads literally on autopilot. Your banner, if you have your banner set up correctly, you can literally generate 3 to 5 leads every single month on autopilot. On autopilot. And so once again, y'all, yeah, look, I'm talking to a couple of y'all on here. Talking to a couple of y'all. Yep. And so we're going to talk about in the challenge how to optimize your banner. So once again, you'll have 3 to 5 leads that come in on autopilot just from your banner. So if you do not know how to do that, I'm going to once again invite you again to join us in the challenge. Today is the last day, the day of this recording, which is Saturday, August the 20th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. The early bird price of $97 goes away, and it goes up to the regular price of $197, which is still good, $197 for you to hit your revenue goal in the month of September. But if you want to save $100, go ahead and join us. I'm just saying. Okay. So once again, is your banner optimized to where it's bringing you in 3 to 5 leads organically? I remember one of my clients, and I shared this testimonial. One of my clients, once again, we got together to optimize her banner. Within 72 hours, she had signed a $5,000 client just by optimizing her banner. Is that worth it to optimize your banner to be able to once again bring in leads? You decide whether or not it's worth it, okay? So once again, your banner, think about it like a business card. If you go and you look at your banner right now, does it tell people that you are open for business? Like I said, or is that whole bouquet of flowers that you still got sitting there, or that blurry picture of your face, half your eyeball like that? I'm just saying, okay? The next part, when it comes to your social media, you guys, I told you I'm going to break this thing down for you. I'm breaking it all the way down. That's why I said bring something to write with. The next thing is your bio. Mighty God, mighty God, mighty God. You guys, your bio. Hear my heart when I say this next part. Holy Spirit, give me the words. Hear my heart when I say this next part. Remember, I'm leveraging my social media for a part of my business, right? Some of you guys, for your bio, you have wife, mother, track star, class of the 1996 alumni at University High School. That's in your bio. I don't care. I don't care about that stuff, and neither do they. If your social media is your business card, how is that relevant? You don't have to list everything you have done for the past 35 years. Y'all are killing me. Y'all are killing me. Megan, they're killing me. They're killing me, Megan. I'm like, what in the world? You got coffee lover in there. Like I said, wife, mother, track star, class of 1985. Stop it. Stop it. Leverage your bio to let people know what it is that you do and who it is that you serve. Leverage your bio to promote something that you have going on. All of the social media platforms right now, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, allows for you to have a clickable link in your bio. How are you leveraging that? What calls to action are you having in your bio? April, you guys can wait. You can wait to the challenge. Those of you, when it comes to your banner, you guys can wait to the challenge. Because like I said, we're going to break it down of what makes a powerful bio. What makes a powerful banner. And we're going to do bio too. Like I said, for TikTok. If those of you that are on TikTok, if you're not on it, that's cool. I'm not saying go hop on there. But your bio over there on TikTok. If you're on there, how are you leveraging that? What does your bio say about you over there? Over there, I don't know if you guys noticed, but over there on LinkedIn now, you can now have a clickable link over there on LinkedIn. Most people don't know about it yet, but you can. How are you leveraging that? That about section over there on LinkedIn, how are you leveraging that? Some of you guys, I'm telling you, optimize your bio, optimize that about section over there, and watch what happens when it comes to lead gen. Because now people are clear on what it is that you do, who it is that you serve, how you serve them. And that's free for me to put my bio in there. That is free for me to fill out the about section over there on LinkedIn. Those of you that have a Facebook group, how are you leveraging the about section on your Facebook group? Y'all are killing me. Y'all are killing me. But we're going to get you right. Those of you, the 30-day sales challenge that we're going to do, we're going to get you right and make sure that your bio is optimized no matter which platform you're on. Yeah, we're going to hit those platforms. Yep. We're going to talk about Facebook, IG, LinkedIn, and TikTok. That's what we're going to talk about on in the challenge. So you guys, I'm telling you. So once again, do you have to be on all the platforms? No, you do not have to be on all the platforms. But my thing is, if you are on the platforms, we want to ensure that we're leveraging them effectively. And once again, let's look at what Amy said. Amy said, I feel like my LinkedIn is a disaster, but going to work on it. I just don't get it over there. And you guys, one thing, LinkedIn is evolving. LinkedIn is evolving more to where it's not so, business suit attire type of thing. And so my thing is, I don't care which platform you're on, put your personality in it. Have your personality there. So even there on LinkedIn, I have, when I do my prayer and praise walk, I have that selfie that I do over there on LinkedIn. Why? Because that's a part of my personality, one. My faith is very important to me, too. So I have that as a part of my content. Don't allow the platform to intimidate you. Allow for your personality to shine forth on those platforms. Okay? So like I said, look at that bio. And then the next part, when it comes to your social media, what's your content saying? Some of you guys, y'all know I love you, but your content not saying much at all. Your content is not saying much at all. I'm going to be real and honest with you. It's not saying much. Your content, once again, it should be a mix. We talked about it earlier. You have content out there that shows your personality just as a human being, period. Or your content, as a wife or mother. You see what I'm saying? Like those little titles that we wear. For instance, who said earlier? Someone said, was that this? Oh, I was on a whole, that was my speaking engagement. I'm about to say, someone mentioned about how they love to do bubble baths and all that stuff like that. But my thing is, share your, now don't show a picture of you in the bathtub. That's not what I was going to say. But show those things that you enjoy. Show those things that you enjoy. So, for instance, I did a speaking engagement a little bit earlier with McQuinn, and so one of the young ladies shared in our breakout session how she loves to do these bubble baths and like the candle and stuff. The first thing that popped in my head as a business strategist, why not take a picture of that setting? And you can post that and say, hey, this is a part of my self-care routine. And so now people get to see you outside of you just being an entrepreneur. You see what I'm saying? So that type of thing. So just think about at what you do throughout the day and see whether or not it lends itself to content. As I mentioned earlier, all the platforms are really pushing short form video. So for instance, Facebook and LinkedIn and now TikTok has the stories feature. So usually with those platforms that have the stories, it's a powerful way for you to have a conversation with your audience, those people who are connected with you. So stories are really good for those people who are connected with you. It allows for them to be able to journey with you throughout your day. Reels, and then the actual TikTok platform, that short form video. And right now, you guys, YouTube has YouTube Shorts. YouTube has YouTube Shorts right now because all these platforms are pushing these short form videos. So for instance, I'm looking out my window and I see my neighbor walking her dog. And so you guys, the dog's name is Lola. Every time I go outside, Lola running up to me, jumping on me, I guess hugging, kissing, licking and all that stuff. And my neighbor, she's always like, she does not do that with anybody else. Well, I see the daughter out here walking the dog. The first thing, why not have my camera with me as I'm out here walking the dog? Those of you that have a dog. And once again, that can be content, the day in the life of an entrepreneur, or, the glamorous side to entrepreneurship. And here you are with the dog, poop and scoop or scoop and poop or whatever it is. You see think about what you do throughout your day, how you can create content around that. So that way it feels natural and it's not staged. You see what I'm saying? I don't have to take a picture in front of the Eiffel Tower. Do your day-to-day life because that's what people connect with. Do you guys understand that most people desire to start a business, but they never do? So we are actually a part of a very small population of people who actually get businesses started. And so the power with social media is, and us being small business owners, is it allows for us to connect with our audience directly. You see what I'm saying? So they get to see us and experience us, and they feel like they can touch you type of thing. They feel like they know you. And so your content allows for them to have that connection, to experience your personality. Now, will everybody like it? No. And they can disconnect from you. But those that you've been called to, that's going to be even more of the thing that allows for them to connect with you. And so during the 30-day challenge that we're going to do in September, we're going to talk about specific type of content that you can put out there to connect with your people. I gave you some examples here, but we're going to talk about specific types of content and how to make that connection and how to have your call to action there to actually get people to buy. So how do I go from a reel of me walking my dog to actually getting people to invest? Hey, is it Madeline? I'm so glad that this is helpful. Hey, you guys, we got a first-time viewer. Hey, you guys, if you haven't shared this live out, once again, I'm going to ask. I'm giving this free information. I think it's pretty good content. And in exchange, when you share this live out, share it out. And that's the part, I'm telling you, they'll disconnect. That's fine. And it's okay. It's no hard feelings. It's now making room for the people that's supposed to be there. And that's cool. We can't get in our feelings and take that personally. Oh my God, they unfriended me. They rejected me. No, it's not about you. It's not about you. Okay. So you guys, like I said, that content. So we're going to talk about that content during the 30-day challenge. Once again, today is the last day to get in at the early bird price of $97. At $11.59, the early bird price goes away and it goes up to the regular price of $159, which even that, $200, once again, and we're going to journey together for 30 days in the month of September when it comes to your revenue goal. So whether or not your revenue goal for the month of September is $5,000, $15,000, $50,000, or $100,000, whatever your revenue goal is for September, I'm going to invite you to journey with us and join us in the challenge. And you're going to be surrounded by other believers in business that have a goal of being able to hit their revenue goal for the month of September. So it's going to be a powerful experience. Hey, T. Okay, so you guys, once again, look at your content that you're putting out there. Does your content, one, allow for your people to see you as a human, connect with you as a human, but also having content out there that establishes you as the expert? Why did God call you and purpose you when it comes to your business? What makes you the expert in what it is that you do? Do you have content out there that lets them know and that shows you as that expert? Think about it. If we're asking people to invest $5,000 to work with us, to invest $10,000, I don't care, $50,000 to work with us, we need to have that content out there that also shows that we know what it is that we're talking about. So that content should be a mix of content. And so, like I said, one of the things that we're going to do that's going to be a part of the challenge is to help to get your engagement up on your content. Because once again, the more content, the more engagement that you have, the more that the platforms will push your content out in front of more people. And so we want to have our content out in front of more people. So part of the challenge, we're going to have this engagement piece to help you get your content out there in front of more people. Okay. And then the very last thing I want to talk with you guys about, I said 30 minutes and here we are at 46, but this is the last one. This is the last piece when it comes to leveraging social media to sign more coaching clients. Hashtags and captions. So I touched on this a little bit earlier. Once again, each platform, every platform out there does allow for you to use hashtags. You can. Like I said, even on Facebook, although Facebook, they're not hashtag heavy like Instagram, like the rest of them, but you can use hashtags on Facebook. It's just that people don't leverage hashtags on Facebook the way that they do on the other platforms. And so hashtags were designed as a search feature. So as a search feature. So if someone wanted to know, or they were looking for, like my ideal client, they were searching out a Christian coach. Then they would type in Christian coach, and then anyone who used that in their content or used that in their hashtag, your content would pop up. Or if you're a relationship coach, they might type in, relationship advice. And so that's what I mean when I talk about your hashtags. So some of you guys, like I said, you have the most random hashtag. It's straw. Like, why is your hashtag straw? Like, what are we doing? So you want to be strategic with your hashtags. And so those of you that leverage Instagram, I'm going to show a strategy of how to leverage those hashtags a little bit better over there on Instagram. Those of you that are on TikTok, during the challenge, we're going to talk about, the shifts that they're making when it comes to using hashtags. Even with hashtags on LinkedIn, because like I said, you can use hashtags on LinkedIn, YouTube and TikTok. They're powerful search engines. So the content that you're putting out there, are you optimizing them in a way that people are there searching? You're not just random people, your ideal clients. Are you optimizing that in such a way that when they search it out, your content is popping up? So my thing is, if my ideal client is out there and they're typing in, how to get over my divorce, if they search that out, is my content, if I'm a relationship coach, is my content going to pop up? So one, you want to ensure that you're leveraging, like I said, some of you guys, your hashtags, you're killing me. You're killing me with these hashtags. I don't even know how you look. Stop it. But we're going to talk about it during the challenge. We're going to get your hashtag game together. And then and captions, that's the content that you put in there that people read, right? And so once again, each platform is different. So for instance, Facebook. On Facebook, and this goes for all the platforms as well, but on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, you can vary the length. Like some of you guys, help them, Father, help them, Father, help them, Father. The captions, you have all this content, no white space, so you don't have any space in there. No, like emojis allow for you to break up the content a bit, add a little color to it. Some of you guys, it's just a big chunk of text. And I'm like, I'm not reading that. Most people are saying, I'm not reading that. You guys, my background is in education and training. So I know and understand how people learn. People don't read first. People glance first. So you need to ensure that your content, you need to ensure that your caption is going to be something where people are going to glance at it first or browse it first. And if they see anything that's interesting, then they'll go back and they'll read it. But most of you guys, people are not even reading your content. They're not even reading your content. They're not reading your content. I'm going to be real honest with you. So T, what do you, when you say, is LinkedIn a good platform for ministries, and how are you using that? In what capacity are you using it when it comes to your ministry? So you guys, once again, those captions, it makes a huge difference how you're leveraging this. For a lot of you guys, you're losing out on clients because your captions suck. I'm going to be real honest with you. Your captions are horrible, and people are not even reading what you have in there. You may have the most profound, life-changing information in there, and they're not even reading it. So yeah, T, it certainly does depend on how you're leveraging it. So once again, depending upon how you leverage that, or when it comes to your ministry, the thing is, you can have that from, say for instance, you're pastoring a church. We'll just use pastoring. Say for instance, you are pastoring a church. Then you can certainly use LinkedIn, because remember I told you guys the way that people are using LinkedIn is changing now. So you can certainly use LinkedIn, to have some of your, scripture or your sermon notes on there. You can use it to live stream. Now, you guys, for LinkedIn, in order for you to live stream, unless they changed it recently, you do have to apply to live stream over there on LinkedIn. But you can use it to do your live stream, or maybe you do a prayer or something like a daily prayer. You can use it for that. So there are definitely ways for you to leverage LinkedIn, because once again, LinkedIn is now the feel of LinkedIn is changing a bit. So once again, you can certainly use it for your as another platform for your ministry. Yep, you're welcome. And so the thing is, when it comes to the captions, and once again, we'll talk about it during the training. When it comes to the captions for your content, sometimes we do overthink it. Sometimes we do overthink the captions a bit. And sometimes it's just a matter of, sometimes some of the best captions you can have is Holy Spirit. What does my ideal client need to hear from me right now? Holy Spirit, what does my ideal client need to hear from me right now? Period. Sometimes it may be longer posts. Sometimes it might be 5 words. And so once again, during the challenge, we'll talk about how to do that. But you guys, I'm telling you, I need you to go back and do an audit of your social media pages. So during the challenge, because we have a live workshop on Saturday, September the 3rd. And so we're going to go through and we're going to do an audit of your social media pages. And so that way we can kind of get a feel of where you're starting and where you're at, tweak some things that may need to be tweaked when it comes to your social media pages. But you guys, I'm telling you, social media is a powerful tool when you know how to use it. It is a powerful tool to build relationships, to build connections, and to close clients, period. But you just want to ensure that you're, once again, leveraging the platform, and that you understand how to leverage that platform. Okay? So you guys, that's all that I have. That is all that I have for you today. So you guys, once again, I pray that this information was useful. This is just a touch of what we're going to talk about during the challenge. Because when I tell you, I've been doing this for the past 6 years. And so for me, I had to study these social media platforms, because I made the mistake of jumping on all of them when I first came into online space like this as a business strategist. So I have to stay abreast of what's going on so that I'm able to efficiently leverage what it is that I have. Now, do I use all of my platforms? No, like Twitter, I don't use it as much. Instagram, I'm not on it as much, but I do have a presence there. Because this is the thing, you guys, if you're asking someone to invest $15,000 in your coaching services, they're nosy. My thing is, I'm not just going to invest $15,000, but when I go and search you out, I don't see any up-to-date content. The last thing you posted was back in 19. I can't even say 19. I can't even say 19. Look. I'm just showing my age, Emma. I think I'm showing my age. The last time you posted something was 2 years ago. That's not going to cut. The last thing that you posted was January of 2022. Stop it. Stop it. So once again, social media is a very powerful tool if you know how to leverage it. And that's what we're going to talk about, how to leverage social media. And everything that I talked about today was organic. Everything I talked about was organic. We didn't even touch on paid, running paid ads and stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that if you know what you're doing. If not, stay away from it. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. So you guys, that is all that I have. Once again, I wanted to share once again, because yesterday I did the live. If you missed my live from yesterday, go check it out. But when I talked about lead gen, then people were asking me questions about how I leverage social media, or how can you leverage social media for lead generation. And so that birthed this live for today. So that's how we got to this live for today. So if you just came in, make sure you go back and catch the replay, because we walked all the way through when it came to social media. So once again, this is going to be my last time. I'm going to invite you guys one more time, those of you that are watching this on the live, or if you're watching this on the replay. Once again, we're doing a 30-day a 30-day September sales challenge. So whether or not your goal for September is $5,000 for the month, whether or not it's $15,000, $50,000, or $100,000 for the month, once again, we are going to journey together in the month of September, with your goal being to be able to hit your revenue goal for the month of September. And we're going to do this very strategically. And so I would love for you to journey with us. Right now, the early bird price for the challenge is only $97 until 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, the time of this recording, which is Saturday, August the 20th. At midnight, it goes up to the regular price of $197. So if you want to get in now, that's fine. Even at $200, it's still gonna be a steal. But if you want to get in now, save yourself $100, or use that $100 for something else, I don't know. Then you certainly are free to do so. But once again, I strongly encourage you. This is my invitation to join us. We would love to have you guys, and all the other people that have already joined. We would definitely love to have you. If you have specific questions for me, feel free to reach out to me. Ask for, hey, just whichever platform you're on, just hop in the inbox, messenger, DM, whichever verbiage we use, and I'm more than happy to answer your questions. You guys, I pray that this information was useful and helpful. Once again, if you have specific questions, feel free to reach out to me. You guys, thank you so much for spending a part of your, at this time of the recording, your Saturday with me. I pray you guys have an amazing rest of your day, amazing rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys on the other side of this live. Take care, take care, take care.